Bella, welcome back. Thank you, everyone. Swoopsy with a mushroom. All right, let me... this dog, he's too much. Can you say goodbye to everyone? Because quite frankly, my arm is already dead. You're heavy. Go on, sausage. Love you. Go over there. Oh, God. He's put some timber on, that boy. He's put some timber on. I was going to do this goodie bag thing. Do you not know about this goodie bag? Zoe told me to try goodie bags. Let me see what it looks like in the studio. How do I do a goodie bag? Send in a goodie bag may help you get more followers. Total coins, right? Set a viewer limit for coin collection. How to join. Share this live. All right, let's do a goodie bag. Let's see what happens. A goodie bag. How many winners? How many people have we got in? So we'll do 100. Let's see. How to join. You've got to share this live. Make sure you share this live, guys, and then you can get something out of the goodie bag. If you haven't shared the live, do it now, then you can get something out of the goodie bag. And we will do it for 1 minute. Send. There's the goodie bag. That worked. Right, there we go. Right, there's a goodie bag. Make sure you share the live, and then you can go and get a coin out of the bag. You're welcome. I'll share it again to his front. No, stop it! Stop sharing it to the mods. They're in here. And don't share it to me, you cheeky so-and-sos. All right, we're just going to get on with it now. Thank you, everyone, for touching the screen. And welcome to the live. We are, well, I am, I'm the timeline queen. Yes, it's mine. I own it. Bitches, back off. And I'm going to do another timeline. And I thought we'd do a timeline on these two because of... Oh, a love explosion! M, you're spoiling me. Thank you. Thank you so much. Oh, I get to see it again down here on the other phone. Oh, that was so cute. And there's a little cat at the end with a paw up. That was mad. Right, so some of you got coins. It says 30 of you. 30 out of 100 got coins. Why does everyone not get coins? I don't understand. If you got a coin, misreads Chinese ETA. You lot with your account names, I can't keep up. Somebody left a comment on one of my posts the other day, and it was Pearl's yellow cleaning cloth or something. You lot do the most, man. But anyway, I'm glad you guys got some coins out of the goodie bags. I'll do another one. Anyway, I'm going to try and crack on and focus. Right, so we are, you're very welcome for the coins. Very, very welcome. We are doing a timeline on Zach the Brat versus Pearl because they have beef. And MZ Gray just sent a treasure box with 500 coins, guys. Go get your coins. And make sure you give MZ a follow and say thank you. You spent the too long share. Sorry, Infinite. I'll do another one that you can try and grab as well. But thank you for sharing, Infinite. I appreciate it, love. Appreciate it. So these two have had beef going on for quite a while, and last night it escalated badly, which most of you may or may not have seen. I think most of you probably have seen or heard about, where it escalated in Pearl bringing onto the app Zach's father, and you know, Infinite, Bella. If you hate interruptions and you hate people who get out, Gem Bob, if you hate, we don't mention that word in here. Comment is not allowed in this room. If you hate interruptions and you hate people stop starting, you're absolutely going to hate the next 45 minutes with me, because not only am I ADHD and all over the place, but also when the gifts come in, we have songs and I have to stop. So just saying, buckle up. Exactly. Mute Gem Bob immediately. Mute Gem Bob. Disgraceful behaviour. And you can mute Bipolar. This is not a comet cloud. Look at it. Does it look like a comet? No. Does it look like it's over Grimsby? Look how happy and cute it is. No, it looks like it belongs right here above me. Jem Bob says she's been bullied. Right, anyway, right, we're going to crack on. So what I want to do is I want to do from the beginning to how we got to where we got to last night. Correct, Misty. And and then we'll talk about, so we're going to do the timeline sort of factually. If you've never seen me do a timeline, I try and factually, chronologically write out what's happened when, who's done what to whom, and build it out. And then at the end, I will give you my opinion. I'm going to try not to insert my opinion into this whilst I'm doing it, because that's annoying, and then I go off on tangents. I'm going to try and just do this without interruptions, and I won't always see all of your comments. I will see your gifts at the corner of my eye because it flashes up on the screen. M says, I love a Remi timeline. Thank you. G says it helps her brain a little bit. It helps me too because I'm a visual learner and I like to see things written out. And sometimes a lot of us just miss stuff that's happening on the app. So I hope that this helps, and I will post this onto my profile after. I'm going to create a new playlist because this is now the full timeline. So we're going to have a timeline playlist where you can walk through this. Hey Birdie. Birdie says, I've missed this whole situation. Treasure box is open, guys. Go get the coins. Thank you, Ems, for that treasure box. If you get a coin, please could you help us by sending a heart, me a team bracelet, or we have a goal for positivity today, and if you can help with that. Just me, Amanda says, Remi is a genius. Thank you very much. I'm quite creative, yes. I know people tell me I'm boring, and I'm the most boring FYP show on the app. I'm still a creative little bitch. Positive. Thank you so much. Thank you for that positivity. Jen, thanks, my love. Yeah, I'm boring as hell, but I'm also creative as hell, so haters keep hating. All right. So it starts, in my opinion, the first thing I'm gonna put in this first box here is I'm just gonna say that they have both so this has been going on for weeks, if not months. They've both been sort of sniping backwards with one another, right? Backwards with one another. I'm going to adjust the size of this for weeks. And I think the escalation and where this situation between Pearl and Zach, in my opinion, got worse. Make that bigger there. I think where this font might need to be a bit smaller. Where the situation got worse for the two of them, like, you know, one would say something and then the other would go live and respond, and then the other one would go live and respond to the response to the thing, and then it was just going backwards and forwards for a while. And I think it got worse when Zach said his racist comment on the app. And Pearl really thrived off of Zach saying what he said, because obviously she's been hauled over the coals for months after saying what she said to a person of colour, and was almost gleefully delightful that Zach had effed up and said something racist, right? And so she was, you know, very much saying, you know, I'm going to keep talking about this. I think everyone should have the same reaction to him as they had to her. And it really amplified, in my mind, after Zach said what he said, that Pearl then stepped up her game of, you know, mudslinging and saying basically, he said worse than me, and, you know, you should all be outraged with Zach, and I'm going to keep going on and on about it. So that, for me, is where it really escalated, was after Zach said the racist comment. So there was a situation that happened. Pearl was in a box. So the next significant thing to me that really escalated this beef further, Nicole says you agree, thank you, was, and keep tapping the screen, guys, I know I'm waffling, but keep tapping the screen. The thing that I think really escalated this whole situation to how it's got to where it is now is that Pearl was in a box, and I can't remember whose box. It may well have been Canadian Angie's box. I can't be sure. And Zach was in the comments, and Zach wrote to Pearl. He said, Pearl, aren't you the auntie of grapists, right? So I'm going to write this on here as the next sort of big thing that really stoked the fire on this. Hey, Chelsea. Zach said to Pearl in comments, oh, you're welcome. This is, I think, where it really escalated. Why am I typing so slow today? I'm all discombobulated. Hold on. I'm not comfy. You're the auntie to grapists, which Pearl saw and was livid about. Let me just sort this out because this looks messy AF. Why you doing me like this? Oh God. Select all and then let's tidy that up. Oh, it's all gone weird. You're the auntie to grapists. Zach said to Pearl in comments, you're the auntie to grapists, which Pearl saw. And then Pearl screenshot that and then she went live and put it up on the screen and was obviously furious about this. If you don't know the situation with Pearl here, a few months ago, another creator brought a newspaper article onto the app about Pearl's family. And I believe it was her cousins who were in the newspaper. It was Hustle, thank you, Trezzy. And he brought it onto the app and basically brought Pearl's family onto the app, which obviously shouldn't have happened, but it did. And so now it's out there that her family members, it was something to do with them being charged with grape. And I believe they were awaiting sentencing and I believe took their own life, or one of them did. And then the article talks about their graves being damaged afterwards. It was horrible. But obviously she didn't want that brought onto the app. So Zach has thrown this at her, and Pearl's response was to say, and correct me if I'm wrong on this, and also I have said that Pearl can come in and Zach can come in because I'm obviously talking about them and they have a right to reply. But equally, if any of you guys have information on this that I may be saying wrong, you are within your rights to correct me in the comments as well. And so what happened with so Pearl was saying basically, I don't want my family being brought onto this app. You know, they're not here, they can't argue for themselves, and you keep bringing up my family is basically out of order. So obviously Pearl was furious that Zach had written this comment to her. So Pearl took revenge. So the next logical thing that I can remember happening, and if I miss a step, I've said that already, mum of boys. If I'm wrong with this, correct me. The next logical thing I can remember after this was that Pearl then did an exposure where she exposed Zach's boyfriend. One sec, let me just read this message. Not to my knowledge, Miss Francis. So Pearl then exposes Zach's boyfriend, who, from what I've understood, wasn't fully out in the community or with his family or with work. Pearl exposes Zach's boyfriend, so she posts pictures of his face and his name. Swan Song says Zach should never have said that for so many reasons, blaming a woman for an alleged rapist. I'm Aesthetic said, yeah, I thought that was a week or two ago. Hey, Lindsay B. Pearl then exposes Zach's boyfriend on TikTok. So again, from Hi, Evil Lauren. From her point of view, what she was saying here was, Zach, you shouldn't have brought my family into or onto TikTok. So now I'm going to bring your family onto TikTok. And so she exposed Zach's boyfriend, who was anonymous at the time, to his community, and people didn't know what he looked like. So that was the first that exposure happened. This is my chronological memory of this, but my memory is shit. So also, seriously, if I have missed something, or just let me know in the chat as well. And then after this, so there was on Monday this week, Pearl was in a live with Miss Red, and she says to Miss Red that I've got a secret to tell you, and I'm doing an exposure on Tuesday. So on the Monday, she sets up that on the Tuesday something is happening, right? So we're going to put that on the timeline. Pearl tells Miss Red that she has an exposure on Tuesday at 5 p.m. Hustle brought it to the app, not Zach. Ellie, I didn't say Zach did. So please put your listening ears on. I've said it. It said it was brought to the app, and then somebody said it was Hustle, and I said yes, it was Hustle that brought it to the app. So everyone chill out. I have not said that Zach brought that newspaper article to the app, nor have I put it on my timeline. Okay. Um, Susanna says you're forgetting. Susanna says you're forgetting that before the grape thing, Pearl had his stalkers in her box. I have no like knowledge of this at all. Is this correct, everybody? Because I have not seen any of this. When you say his stalkers, what do you mean? So you can see here, right, where I say they've both been sniping backwards with one another for weeks, right? Um, would that have been part of that sniping? No, I've not heard that before. And the two, hold on, and the two ladies that called him a scammer, were they the two that Pearl had in the box? The mother and the daughter? Right, okay, so this is what I'm thinking. I think that was like months ago. Um, but I'm also thinking it does pull into the story then a bit of why, because I've put here that they've both been sniping backwards. Yeah, it was a while ago. It was a while ago when Zach was in surgery. All right, so in that case, what I'm going to do respectfully is I'm not going to add that into this, because I think this bit here, the both sniping backwards and forwards with one another, I'll put it on here for months rather than weeks, rather than adding in that little bit, because I think that was a long time ago. I'm just trying to get the picture of how we've got to this kind of heated exposure that happened yesterday, first and foremost. Uh, Judith was like, well, that was more than a wee snipe. Listen, I think there's both, on both sides, there's shit that's been said and done. And I was definitely an exposure. Lindsay is saying that's where it started. Okay, in that case, I will add it in because, yeah, I see your point. Um, G Unit, are you calling me vile or this situation vile? Because I hope it isn't me. Um, Mod, just keep an eye on that one, please. No, Jake says no, it started before that. What do you think it started before? I like that Stalin's Rest. Stalin's Rest said, I think this was just a pilot. This series has many episodes to come. Yeah, I was going to say, I think there is a lot more to come, by the way. You've just given me a thought. Something else just jumped into my head that I need to add onto my little notes. Sorry, I'll read the comments in 2 secs. Oh, somebody just mentioned the elections. Terrible news for you all. Trump is back in. So God help anyone in America who's a person of colour, who is a woman, or is part of the LGBT community, because he doesn't care about any of you. So God bless you for the next 4 years. Okay, so it started when... Aha, that sounds accurate, Jake. Jake says it started when Pearl said orangutan and Zach called her out. Although, there was also a video that I saw somewhere, I can't remember where now, of Zach defending Pearl originally about the orangutan word. And then obviously changed his mind to... It started in Miami with a racist slur. He came on after that and disowned. Yeah, I think that's what I said. He said it at first, it was okay, and then he didn't. Yeah, and a lot of people did, Jake. A lot of people forgave Pearl the first time or gave her a chance. And when she said it the second time, some people sort of said, right, I'm done with her. So what you're saying is that once Zach sort of called Pearl out for the orangutan comment, then basically that's where the beef started. That's when she turned. I'm just going to put in here since orangutan gate started. Both have been sniping backwards with one another for months since why can't I say that word? Orangutan gate started. Just going to move some stuff around, 1 sec. And I'm going to add in here Pearl has 2 of Zach's enemies in her live. Is that fair to say Pearl had 2 of Zach's enemies in her live? Is that fair, everybody? I'm not using the word stalkers because I don't know for sure they're stalkers. Marvin Focus says Remi needs an award for this content. I'll take all the words. Stalkers, they literally stalk him. Listen, I know a lot of you are Zach fans, right? But chill out. I can't call someone a stalker if I don't know that they're a stalker. I'm just saying. CG says he claims they stalk him. I hear you, and they probably are, but I don't want stalkers now coming after me for calling them stalkers, and I ain't got the facts that they're stalkers. I'm just trying... Stop it. No, I'm not doing it. Alleged. All right, I'll give you alleged. I'll give you alleged, you bitches. I'll give you alleged stalkers. This is where the gentle parenting starts to slip. Exactly. Mother Focus says we'll take it. All right, you pushy fuckers. I'm gonna put Zach's. Thank you, Sharon. Right, listen, help me with my goal, please. Positivity goal. Whilst I'm typing, you annoying people. Alleged is perfect wording. Right, we're gonna go with alleged. Pearl had 2 of Zach's alleged.
Positive vibration, yeah, positive.
Big up Infinite, thank you. Alleged stalkers. Pearl had 2 of Zach's alleged stalkers in her live. Attacking him, is that fair, or is it exposing him? Thanks, Katie. Remi's back. Hey, mother focus! Welcome to the coven. Big up yourself. Also, we need 10 subscribers today. Mother Focus is number 1. Who's going to be number 2, please? You get a song and a Remi dance. Yes? And also, you can gift subs. Just saying. All the manipulation. Yes, we'll have it. While I'm doing the fucking timeline over here. Making allegations about scamming. Pearl had 2 of Zach's alleged stalkers in her live. Making scamming allegations. Are we happy, Zach fans? Is that okay with you all? Is that okay? You lot like the words alleged and allegations? Fifi says telling the truth. No, I'm not putting attacking with false. Because I can't prove false. I wasn't there. Exactly, Nikki. 3 sides to every story. This is all allegedly. Yeah. Although, to be fair, the comment, you're the auntie to the rapist, I did actually see with my own eyes. I did see that. And Pearl did post the receipts on the screen of that. But you guys have all seen as well that these 2 alleged stalkers were in her live. And so, very demure, very mindful, very Switzerland. Well, I might not be Switzerland after I've done the timeline because I'm going to give you my real thoughts on all of this, or my opinions on all of this. So make sure you stay to the end because I'm going to give you my thoughts on Zach and I'm going to give you my thoughts on Pearl. But the actual timeline, I want it to be as factual as we can make it, without being too cunty to either side. Just mapping out what happened. Right, so starts with both being sniping backwards with one another for months since Orangutan Gate started. Pearl had 2 of Zach's alleged stalkers in her live making scamming allegations. Then Zach, I mean, I know I'm skipping bits, but these are like the mother focus. And then the third one I've got here is Zach said to Pearl in comments, "You're the auntie to rapist." And then Pearl then exposes Zach's boyfriend on TikTok. Oh, there's a typo in here. Why is this all like right angled? Don't want right angled. And then we've got here, Pearl tells Miss Red that she has an exposure on Tuesday at 5 p.m. And what have we got here? Oh, I need to back up. Yeah, so we have Pearl telling Miss Red that she has an exposure on Tuesday at 5 p.m. And then the next thing I've got on my list is that on Tuesday morning, an account appears with Zach's SH photos, and that was yesterday morning, wasn't it? A mystery account. I'm going to say mystery. I didn't see those pictures, thank God, but I hear they were awful. Mystery account posts Zach's SH pictures, which is awful. Yeah, it is Warfoos. Right, that's page 1 done. Mystery count post Zach's SH pictures in the morning. In the morning. I might have to come back through this and put the days on it as well. Let's just get rid of these. This is page 2. And I'll go back through it all in a sec. So that happened in the morning. And then in the evening, well, no, before that, I'm going to say here, Zach comes live and shares his life story. So this is yesterday when Zach was online, and reveals childhood traumas. Is that fair? Shares his life traumas. Yeah. And then, thanks everyone for the heart me's. Thank you so much. Hey, Spicy. Thanks, Katie, Sarah, Swan Song, Vodka Rido, Eleanor, everyone. Thank you all so much. You're right, Spicy. Spicy coffee. So Zach comes live and shares his life story and reveals childhood traumas. And then we have what happened last night, which was Pearl hosts a live with Zach's family members. Is family members correct, or is it the dad? I'll remove childhood, then I'll just put traumas, reveals traumas, family traumas, rather than childhood or adult. We'll put family traumas, just as dad. So Pearl hosts a live with Zach's dad. Yeah, and the stepmother that he's never met. Soph was like, and the stalkers, the alleged stalkers were there too. Alleged. Pearl hosts a live with Zach's dad and allows them to reveal personal, you lot are so distracting, information. Nikki said, who found out who his dad was? I mean, his dad sort of appeared after he released his podcast, didn't he? And his dad appeared and was in comment sections and things, and I'm guessing somebody reached out to him. I don't know who reached out to them. I know there are rumours and allegations of people being involved, but I can't confirm any of it. Spicy says, regardless of how you feel about someone, this should never have happened. Agreed. Pearl hosts live with Zach's dad and allows them to reveal personal information. And I'll be honest, I was live at 5 at the same time that Pearl was on, so I still haven't watched all of what the dad said. I've only seen clips of what the dad said. So I've only got a little idea of what was said from the dad personally. In your opinion, okay, Debs, that's a good point. She said Sarah is not his stepmom, she's the dad's wife and she's never met Zach. Yeah, okay. The dad's wife, not the stepmom. True. In your opinions, what was said by the dad or was revealed by the dad that was really bad or shouldn't have been said? If you could give me some ideas in the chat. That his mum put him in care rather than him. Oh God, that's awful. He said Zach was a one night stand. That's horrible. I know you're saying all of it. I've just said I didn't watch it, so I'm asking you to just give me information that I could put on the timeline of what he actually said. Thank you. $12 grand, Zach Lowe. Now, I saw that bit. Was that inheritance or something? Babysat his own child. Hello, Shane. Hi, darling. Hey, Baguette. If this is making you uncomfortable, please just leave the live. I will be on tomorrow at 5 with a parenting live. Oh, I'm loads of messages. I'm like 30 messages behind. Jesus. Stole from him. I didn't say he stole inheritance. At least I don't think I did. And if I did, I apologise. Accused him of stealing, but then couldn't say what he stole or when. No worries, Infinite. Love you. Yeah, see, I heard something about 130 grand. What was that? Trying to read like as quickly as I can. Sorry, everyone. Okay, that bit was caca. Right, I'm at the bottom. So, Pearl hosts a live with Zach's dad and allows them to reveal personal information. He said Zach conned someone out of 130k and then ran off to Thailand to hide. Did he say that? Shame. But showed no proof. Do you think it's worth me listing out some of these accusations onto this timeline, or just leaving this how it is, which is that Pearl hosts a live with Zach's dad and allows them to reveal personal information? Yeah, CG said, to be fair, there's no proof of any of it. Hey, Jody. Why am I so itchy today? Yeah, I think leave it. I think leave it too. I think leave it. Yeah, words are empty without evidence. Thank you, everyone. All right. So there's one more addition I want to add to this timeline before I just get before what's the time? Before I give you my opinion on this on both Zach and Pearl. I mean, if anyone wants it, I might not. Was something that happened last night. So on Evil Queen's live, she has put out a request asking for information on Pearl Price's family, of any crimes or anything that they've ever done. So I'm going to say, who was it who wrote it earlier? Who said that this was just the pilot and like season 1 is just about to begin, or whatever you wrote? Look, we know what happened the last time Evil Queen asked for information. She asked for Cockapoo's information and it was found within 24 hours. So Evil Queen has summoned her busy beavers to go out and find the tea on Pearl Price. And it's going to get nasty. I agree, Jan. We'll get to that, Jacqueline. We'll get to that. Jacqueline says they all need to leave families out. Evil Queen asks her followers for information on the Price family. So says, I wish this would all stop. This is going to end very badly. I agree. TikTok is toxic, Joan. It really is. Right, so I'll run through the timeline. We've got 2 pages here. I will post this on the profile. I'm trying to keep this as neutral as possible, without opinion on it, more fact telling of what happened in what order. But then I'll also give you my 2 cents on all of this as well. Alright, so it starts here with both have been sniping backwards with one another for months. Orangutan Gate started. No. Since I'll read it properly. They've both been sniping backwards with one another for months since Orangutan Gate started. And then we move on to Pearl had 2 of Zach's alleged stalkers in her live making scamming allegations. And then Zach said to Pearl in the comments, "You're the auntie to rapists." And then Pearl then exposes Zach's boyfriend on TikTok. Can we open the wine? Pearl tells Miss Red that she has an exposure on Tuesday at 5 p.m. And then a mystery account posts Zach's SH pictures in the morning. And then Zach comes live and shares his story and reveals family traumas. And then Pearl hosts a live with Zach's dad and allows them to reveal personal information. And EQ asks her followers for information on the Price family. I said that, Sammy. Does that seem fair to you all? Misinformation. What's misinformation, bub? That's all right, Sammy. Don't worry. No, I did say that. It's awful, Fizz. What's misinformation, Witch Queen? Tell me. Oh no. You lot on your usernames. Somebody called Scouse Slayer Unblended Eyeshadow. Eyeshadows just followed me. I can't with you lot. Oh, sorry. Should say personal misinformation. Reveals personal. Sorry, I was a bit slow there, Witch Queen. Pearl hosts a live with Zach's dad and allows them to reveal personal misinformation. Sorry, guys. I'm only human. Let me jump this down to the next line. Yeah, that's better. Sorry, I missed something. I've already added the leaked pictures, Evil Natalie. That's on the timeline. That's also true, Swan Song. We can't say it's misinformation if we have no proof either way. Also true. Also true. You're gonna have to edit it again because you're right. We can't say either way. It's just information, and oh Jesus. Yeah, thank you. I've edited it. I've edited it. Dinkles, it's okay, Bubby. All of it needs allegedly above it. How does this work for you all? Hold on. Are we happy with the allegedly on the screen? Have I spelled allegedly right? Allegedly. Reportedly. This chat is wild, Sammy. Queen says the legal term is hearsay. Right, we'll stick a big fat allegedly on it to cover my ass. In case people are mad at me. We've got 2 allegedlys. Right, so there's the timeline. I will post these on my page as well. No, I couldn't, G. I could not imagine this in court. Alright, so I'm going to post this after. Let me just type this up here, move it over here. And give you my 2 cents. This chat is too feisty for a Wednesday. I love it though. Well, the thing is though, you're going to have people who love Zach and you're going to have people who love Pearl, and everyone wants to defend their favourite creator, and that's fine. We allow that as long as people are respectful in here. I don't mind that at all. I don't mind it at all. So he did say he gave it to someone, I think. You're never Switzerland, CG. Don't even try it. Alright, so, can we all tap up the screen for me? Hey, Sal. Can everyone tap up the screen for me? And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to share with you my thoughts on all of this. My opinions, I should say. Big up Shells Marie, you just dropped 5 subs. Welcome to the party. Anubis, Just Jay, Charmaine. Silly Goose got one. Silly Goose, you just got a sub. And you didn't even drop a knock joke today. Thank you for that, Shells Marie. That was lovely. Who else? Live, Laugh, Love. I will admit most of those are three. Two of those I recognise, Silly Goose and Anubis. Welcome to the coven. Thank you, Shells Marie. That was very kind. Shane says, I think they all need a big mud wrestle. Yeah, welcome to the party. Sal says you should rename the app Hypocrites Unite. It's worse than Jeremy Carl. Right, is everyone tapping the screen? Tap it up, tap it up, tap it up. Just doing the timeline, Laura. We need Sunday smoke. Coming, Mimi, it's coming. We'll have all the subs. Cheers. Thank you, darling. We've had 6 subs today. We need another 4 more, guys, to hit my daily goal of 10. Just saying. And we have a subscriber only live on Sunday. We do them on Sundays. And you get to use text-to-speech and say rude words. You get subscriber only videos. You get to use all the emotes. If you're new around here, if you're a new sub, make sure you go and click on the emotes and use the emotes. Sammy's resubbing on Thursday. Don't say sorry, Sammy. It's fine, darling, honestly. Oh, actually, I might be able to give out some subs. Let me see, because I tried to do it the other day. And then I will give you my opinion, I promise. Let me see if I can gift some subs, but they need to be in the room. Because otherwise it doesn't come up on my thing. One second. Send subscriptions to others. Right. Just drop in the chat if you are not a sub but you come in here regularly and you'd like to be a sub, and then I can see if I can gift you one if your name is on the list. Ah, did he? I'm Casey. Said Zach gifted you a sub yesterday. Yeah, I think he dropped 5 subs yesterday. Welcome to the party. Only the regulars that come in here, not you new folks. Not you new folks. I only want the regulars to comment, please. Oh no. Tell me in a minute, Zoe. Jen! Welcome to the party. Jen just subscribed. Big up, Jen. Right, let me see who's over here. Sal just subscribed. Big up, Sal. Welcome to the party. Big up yourself. Hold on. Why is the list so limited? It's shit. It's giving me like... It won't let me... Right, I'm just gonna choose. Leslie! Welcome to the party. Welcome to the coven, honey. Thank you for the subscription. Appreciate y'all. Right, I'm gonna do a couple that I can see that are on the list. Your names are not all coming up. It's really weird. Nothing new there, CG. Sorry, bear with me. More. Where's everyone's names? It's like showing me lists of people that are not in the room. Fuck's sake. Ah, if I click on the profile, I might be able to do it. And try it that way. I'm sure I tried it that way before and it didn't let me. I'll try. Hold on. Click on the profile. No, it's not giving me the options on desktop. I know you can do it on the phone. It's not letting me do it on the desktop. I've got to do it from the list, but then the list is like... It's not like everyone who's in the room. I can see you all, but it's not coming up on the list, so I can select you all. The only one I can see that I recognise is Red 101. They come in quite a lot. We just had a little disconnect, everybody. Sorry. I will give you my opinion in 2 secs. We just had a little disconnect, so you're gonna have a little lag. Sorry, everyone. Big up, Meg! Big up, Meg! Thank you for the rain clouds. The Coven rain cloud. So annoying. Why is it like this? Honestly, live studio is caca-poo pants. It won't even let you like search for the names. It just shows you like a few people that you can choose, but I don't think any of these people are in the room. More. Search. Oh, let me try here. And then I type the name in and it doesn't find, it just says no results. It literally doesn't work. What a load of old shit. What a load of old shit. Oh, don't worry, Swoops, it's okay. It's literally just showing me a few people that it wants to show me. Sammy received a taster. Was that Foos? Foos just dropped one on Sammy. Thank you, Foof. Big up yourself. Right, this is actually hurting my eyes at this point. Is Shani Shan here? Is Shani Shan here? Shani Shan. Mama L! Welcome to the party! Innit, God's telling you to keep your money. Is Shani Shan here? So that was Mama L. Thank you for subscribing. I don't think Shani Shan's here. She's normally here. Who else can I see? Oh, this is actually hurting my head. Can't just search for a user and just gift it. It's just showing everyone who's on my friends list. Right, I'm giving up. You would just think it would just have all the people that are in the room who are live now that you can just gift, and it's not. It's just generic people in my list who are not even in the room. Oh, you think that's why Zach just does random? It must be, because it's like... But it's annoying because you want to allocate it to people who you know are in here and spend a lot of time. It's so frustrating. Like, they could just do better if they just organise themselves. Anyway. Right, anyway, I'm going to crack on. Sorry, I'm distracted. Easily distracted. Thank you, everyone, for the subs. Big up White Wolf for the team power. Thank you. Appreciate it. And thank you, everyone who subscribed or gifted. Much appreciated. So, let's talk about what happened yesterday. So, I have some thoughts. No, it doesn't let you do it, Emma Jo. Not on Live Studio. On your phone you can, but on Live Studio, if I click on your profile, for example, Emma Jane, the only options I have are to add you as a moderator, mute you, block you, or report you. There's like nowhere else for options. Bright Polar! I was looking to gift you one, but it weren't letting me. And now the song's not playing. There it is. Welcome to the party. Bright Polar's in the house. I was looking to gift you one, but your name was not coming up. Thank you for subscribing. So let's talk about what happened. So we had, thanks for the follows, everyone. Make sure you're following as well. We have a timeline, not timeline. We have a schedule pinned to the top of our profile of when we are live. We're not live all day, every day. No one around here has time or energy for that. So we come on for little windows of time during the day. So my first thoughts on what happened yesterday with Pearl bringing Zach's family into her box was that it totally should not have happened, right? It should never have happened. And I think when you have TikTok beef on the app, it should just stay on the app. You've got to remember that you're arguing with adults. You're arguing with strangers, actually. You're arguing with strangers that you don't really know in your real life. And I think when you start introducing outside forces into it, I think it's messy as fuck. Hey, Kitch. But equally, what I want to say is I also don't think that anyone's hands are clean. I don't think anyone's hands are clean in this situation, which I know some of you may not like to hear, but these are my thoughts. Oh my God. Sorry, the weirdest bottle. And so I want to talk by starting. I want to start by talking on Zach, and then I want to talk on Pearl. So I think with Zach yesterday, what happened? And before I actually start, I just want to clear up something Miss Red said on Monday. It was slanderous and it was a lie. She said that Miss Remi is now part of the clique. I absolutely am not a part of the clique. I am a part of no clique. That was slanderous and was a lie, and I'll still call out the clique. So I'm just saying. Is the app mental today, Lauren? Emma's like, we need hand sanitizer. CG says Remi's not a part of it. She's the leader. I'm not part of the clique, y'all. Don't believe the lies. I'm not in a clique. I've never been in a clique. I'll never be in a clique. I'm not in the clique. I tolerate the clique. To be honest, I tolerate just about everyone on this fucking app. So Mother C, shut up, Zoe. So, all right, my thoughts are this. My thoughts are... G says you are in a clique. The Coven. We're not a clique. We're just queens. We're queens. Thanks, Swoops. I do need an award. Try and be neutral. But anyway. All right, so I'm going to start talking about Zach first, right? So you guys know kind of my relationship with Zach in that I really enjoyed watching Zach, and I used to go in his room all the time and was a fan, and thought that he, as a creator on here, I enjoyed going into his room, and also I saw in Zach a lot of similarities.
Positive vibration, yeah, positive.
That song always makes me feel happy. Please keep sending more positivity today. Thank you. But no, honestly, on a real level, I have a lot of similarities with Zach. Obviously, I'm older than Zach, but there are a lot of similarities in our lives, and I certainly felt a connection to him just as a human, not even so much as another creator, but just as a human in terms of, having a traumatic childhood and having gone through abuse, having a toxic parent, a narcissistic parent, having been in care. Like, our stories are very similar, in terms of how we are, and the similarities for me and him in that, he's successful on social media with his social media career and being a streamer and a creator, and I've been very successful in my career and in my own business and things like that as well, and I'm hoping to become more successful doing this type of thing as well, right? But throughout the struggles and the traumas that we've been through, we've still pulled ourselves up. I certainly raised myself from a very young age after leaving care. And so I genuinely connected with Zach on that level. And so that's kind of where I've always come from with how I've sort of felt about Zach as a fellow human who's been through similar struggles, and a lot of you are saying the same, right? And that for me is genuinely why I liked following him. And then obviously we had the racism incident where he said what he said, which he has apologized for. And, he comes in here and he is trying to make amends, and you guys will see him come in and he'll drop some gifts, or he'll drop some subs, or he'll, drop a treasure box for everyone. And you can see he's trying to make an effort. For me personally, I've not been back into the room. Um, and again, I mean, you guys all saw when I was crying and upset, and I I made it clear I wasn't crying over Zach. I was crying over my own trust issues in people, and um, and that I'd felt let down because I trusted someone. And again, that was something for me to work on, and I kind of picked a scab on my own trauma and my own healing, and that's where that came from. But it's a really difficult thing in that he said what he said, right? But also there's this feeling of, but I like this person, but they've said something really bad. And being in this kind of space in the middle of um like being annoyed with them and disappointed with them, but also like, but I like this person. So I'm in a very difficult position, and we haven't had any conversations, off the app. I haven't, called him, or done any of that. I've just backed off neutrally, and I'll tell you why in a minute. And it is to do with Pearl. But equally, he does come into the room. Oh, thank you, FYP Clips. And he does come into the room, and I don't have any issues with him coming into the room. And I know that it's his way of just trying to make amends, and and to make peace and to right wrongs. And I get that. And I know some people in my community don't like when he comes in, but also the reminder for everyone that I do FYP, and I do talk about all of these people. And people get, yeah, it takes time. It does. um like people get upset if Evil Queen comes in, or if Miss Red comes in, or Alex or Zach or whoever. People do get upset, but they are allowed to come in. They do have a right to reply. Like even Pearl, if she was to come in today, even though I've said the most about her, I would still allow it because she's been spoken about, right? And so my my all right, so I haven't been on this. All right, so I haven't been on this app this long, and I'm just going to talk about Pearl quickly, and then I'm going to come back to Zach in a minute. When Pearl said what she said about orangutan, thank you, Shells. Um, yeah, you can like someone and be disappointed in them, Janet. 100%. 100%. Thank you, Shona. When Pearl said what she said, the orangutan comment, which was aimed at a person of colour, she did a couple of things that was slightly different to Zach, in my opinion. She did immediately say sorry, and that sorry was declined. And then in anger, she said, well, fuck it, I'm never saying sorry again. And then she did apologise again, and then she kind of took it back again, and then she apologised, and then she said she understood. And the first time, there was a lot of black creators that were trying to educate her and make her understand why it was problematic. But the reason with Pearl it dragged on for so long was because she kind of didn't own it at first, and people were quite angry about that, of her saying things like, well, I'm just going to keep saying it, whereas Uzaki said sorry and is trying to, and again, I'm not defending anyone here, don't misinterpret. He said what he said and said sorry and owned it, and and is trying to prove that he, you know, isn't that person. And so he's on his journey with that, and that's cool. But with Pearl, they almost got to a point, and I don't know if anybody remembers this, where Pearl was dragged so hard, like on every live, in every room, that it almost got to a point And I don't speak for everyone, but it got to a point where there was this moment, this tiny moment, where you started to go, uh, "Is this too much? Like she's being like pounded into the ground." And there's this little window of moment that, even though you know she's done wrong and she's fucked up, well, for me anyway, there, as a compassionate person who is, understand, you just go, "Oh, is this too much?" And you give that little window of grace, that little moment, and then bam, she did it again, right? She did it again. She called a group of women of color a pack of orangutans. So she did it again. And then there was the Devon incident where she nearly almost said monkey, didn't quite say it. She was trying to say black man, but then it almost said black monkey, and there was another slip up. And so what I'm saying is that, I don't know, once bitten, twice shy. It's like, when somebody does something and shows you who they are, you should believe them, right? And and then if you're one of these people that gives a chance to somebody, like a lot of people did with Pearl, and then she did it again, and then almost did another racial slur again. So now I'm cautious. Now I'm cautious as fuck. And yeah, exactly. Fool me once. So, you know, Zach may never say it ever again, or he may say it again. Hey Lisa, thanks for the follow. Um, you come up sometimes in my FYP, but never too badly, so it's fine. But you're welcome in here. Um, I'm just in a situation of just protecting myself at this point. But as I've said, any of these creators, yeah, once is a mistake, twice is a choice. Any of these mistakers are always welcome to come in, but with Zach, I'm just a little bit cautious, because of what I've just explained. So anyway, back to Zach and yesterday. Here's my honest thoughts on yesterday, which, I don't know if anybody wants to hear it, but I'm going to give it anyway. Zach obviously knew that in the evening something was going to come out, and that's fine, Sal. That's fine, Sal. Sal says once is too many for me, no second chances. Yeah, I get you. I get you. And a lot of people feel like that, and other people don't. Other people. I mean, there are people that have come in here and they're like, we know he's fucked up, but we're going to give him one chance, and a lot of people are doing that. And I think that played a lot into, thanks, Naomi. I think that played a lot into why Zach did what he did yesterday. So he obviously knew that his dad or family were going to come out in the evening. And then in the daytime, he kind of did like a pre-show, which was kind of getting ahead of the story and, presenting his side of the story before they presented their side of the story. And I honestly believe in my heart, or I honestly feel in my heart, that he shouldn't have done that. And I'll tell you why. I get why he did. I just don't think he should have done it. I don't think Zach should have been on for hours yesterday doing what he did. I know the photos came out and we talked about it, yeah, but then it then turned into Zach giving his life story. And like I said, I know why he did it. I just don't think he should have done it, and I'll tell you why. Because there are two ways that people are going to receive what he did yesterday. The first way is that this is someone who is, just telling their story and explaining their trauma, which of course they're entitled to do, but the timing of it just didn't work with what was coming out. And then the second way that people can take it is that what it looked like was him telling his story, which was triggering. There was some really bad things that have happened to him, and sad. And by telling that story, there is the other side of the coin that will say it was done to emotionally manipulate his audience, to make them feel sorry for him before what came out in the evening came out. Now, I'm not saying he should not have shared the story. That is his story to tell. But there were times where it felt like, thank you, Pringle.
Positive vibration, yeah, positive.
To me, anyway, in my opinion. Thank you so much. To me, in my opinion, it felt very much like he was scared of losing his audience, right? Which, I'll be honest with you, right? Zach said one of the worst things you could say on this app, and he hasn't lost his audience. They're still with him. He's still on the podium every day. They have stood by him. And so when I say I don't think he should have done it, he has a community that will fucking ride out for him no matter what. I love how honest and unbiased you are. Thank you, FYP Clips. He has a community that will ride out from him. Like, he's had the biggest fucking scandal that cancelled, I hate that term, but could have cancelled him, right? But he's still here. He's still earning money. He's still got his numbers in the morning that he had before. And they will ride out. And that's why I'm saying I don't think he needed to do what he did yesterday afternoon, because his community have got him. And if you saw in Pearl's live yesterday, I would say 80% of the comments were backing Zach in Pearl's live. Like, his followers are hardcore. They will ride out for him, literally, no matter what. So I'm saying I don't think he needed to do what he did yesterday. I think he should have taken his own advice, which he said multiple times, that when people come for him, he just takes what they've come at him with and he turns it into content. And I wished that what he'd done, I wish he'd done his morning show. He could have come back on and talked about the pictures being released and said nothing. And I wish he'd waited for his dad to show who the fuck he was. Because when you're talking about toxic parents and narcissistic parents, however smart or clever they think they are, they will always show their true self. And I just wish that he'd remained silent during the day and hadn't done that kind of pre-ramble into, you know, oh, I've done this and I've stole this and I've done da-da-da and I was a naughty kid and I've taken drugs and blah, blah, blah. Like, there was no need, because the dad was going to come and bring that out. And I think he should have come on today in the morning and then responded to it. Jan said, as a care leaver, it's my story to tell, no one else. I'm also a care leaver as well, Jan. And again, I'm not saying he shouldn't have told the story. I'm just talking about how it felt to me like his story was being emotionally weaponized to convince his community that he's the good guy, and that what you're going to hear in the evening is from the bad guy. And I'm saying I don't think he needed to do that. He could tell his story, of course he can. And he's told the story about and that vodka. A lot of it he had already told, I agree. And it just felt, and I could be wrong on this, it just felt to me like the story was being used to emotionally manipulate. And I know he's going to go, I don't emotionally manipulate. I know he's going to say that. But it felt like you're telling the story to convince your community that you're the good guy. And I don't think he needed to do that, because his community is strong enough anyway. In fact, I think all Pearl did was probably bring in more viewers. Damage limitation, yeah, and he didn't need to. Because listen, if a dickhead is going to come on the app and say stuff about you, they're just going to look like a dickhead, and so is the person who's holding that live to host them as well. That's all that's going to happen. Like, yeah, okay, Karine, I hear that. It was a trauma response, and that was the other. I was walking the dog this morning and thinking about what I was going to say, and that came up for me in terms of. I also, even though I've just said what I said, I also can fully understand, as a person who, I speak for myself, has been through a lot of trauma. I also understand that his response was from a place of trauma. And I certainly could smell the panic on him that this is coming. So let me just tell you everything because I know it's coming. And I'm just, like when you just wish for someone to just stop speaking. Like when a celebrity has done like something really bad in
Put
America.
your hands up in the air. Put your hands up in the air.
Thanks,
Put your hands up in the
CG.
air.
Go on.
Put your hands up in the air.
Big up, CG. Thank you for the hands up. Like when a celebrity does something bad in America and like everyone's like, where's the PR? Where's the PR team? We need to put a spin on this. Like I was like watching, like just wanting to like, where's your PR? Someone needs to just tell him to stop. Stop talking. There was it in my opinion, he just didn't need to do it. I get why he did. I get it. And this is why I've spent thousands and thousands and thousands in therapy to help me with my trauma and all of that shit, because I get it. Team Remi PR. CG says it came across as false. It gave me an icky vibe. It's the first time I've watched Zach and I was like, bro, what are you doing? Like, this doesn't look good for you. That was my opinion. But like I said, I also get when you're scared and you're in that fight or flight kind of intensity in your body. I get why he did it. I just wish he didn't. I wish Zach just came off, was silent, sat back with his feet up on his sofa, watched these motherfuckers crawl out of their hole, come and say what they wanted to say, and then just came on the next day and just, responded. That's what I wish would have happened. But then other people will also watch what happened and think, do you know what? Fair play to him. He got ahead of the story, and Shona said he probably thinks that too. I don't know. I don't know. I didn't watch him today. All right, Witch Queen, love you. So, like I said, I get why he did it. I just wish he didn't. That's all. That's all. I didn't like how it felt it was coming across, especially when he has such a strong audience. Like they're gonna ride out for him no matter what. And maybe that's to do with his own self-confidence a little bit, that maybe needs a little bit of work on, in believing that, he's worked hard and he's built this amazing community. They love him. You saw after the live, he was massively getting gifted after what happened. And I think, sorry if I'm missing your comments, everyone. I think he just needs to, just know that his community will ride out. Yeah, it was definitely triggering for him, for sure. And his community will ride out for him, as they've proven to do already. So let's talk about Pearl. So I think Pearl shouldn't have done what she done. I think she was reactive and spiteful in this moment, and she was seeking revenge. I mean, we look at the timeline where where Zach said to her, you're the auntie to rapists. Her family were brought into this, and she was being reactive and wanted to exact revenge on someone. And I think taking an online TikTok beef offline is I'm a petty bitch, but that was like petty, next level petty. And I don't know who reached out to who or how it came about, but I think bringing his dad onto the app, especially when the situation, that is not a healthy relationship, and how damaging that could be. But if they committed the crime, that's the truth. It may be the truth, Faye. What I'm saying is, did he need to say it? I don't think Zach needed to write that in the comments to Pearl. I don't. Whether it's the truth or not, I don't think he needed to do that. And that is going to stab her. Like, that's going to hurt her. And her family. So, Oh, it's there on the timeline. Zach said to Pearl in the comments, "You are the auntie to rapists," and that reaction that then caused her to go and expose Zach's boyfriend, and then get her dad to come onto her platform. I think it was a low move. I think it was a low move. Look, Pearl has no fucks to give about anything I have to say, so she's not going to give two fucks about what I'm saying right now. I think, I just think as adults, right? Adults who are arguing or beefing, I think we can just do better. And I think if you're an adult on this app using phrases like tit for tat, which I think the last time I ever heard that was like in a playground when I was a kid, um, I just think, I think, you mean the kids on this app? I just think as adults we can do better on this app. And I think bringing the real world into TikTok world is unnecessary. But then equally, Pearl can argue that, people have brought her family from the real world onto the app. Oh, you getting ghosted? Sorry, guys. TikTok is particularly sensitive at the moment. Shane is correct. The drama train never ends on here. And do you know what? Just speaking of the drama train, like, yeah, yes, Foos. Listen, I just feel like it's all smoke and mirrors sometimes. Like, having beefs and war with people generally means, like, you get more gifts, right? Because you're fighting and you're beefing and you're arguing. Thanks, Spicy. And I just feel like I'm just now having an internal conversation with myself because because I'm realizing what I'm about to say is a little bit ironic, because I've just spent fucking an hour and 40 minutes doing this. Because it's all bullshit. All of it's all bullshit. And listen, I wouldn't be surprised if in 12 months' time we see these two, Zach and fucking Pearl, sitting in a box battle, battling each other, laughing and joking, because it's TikTok. I would not be surprised if this is where we end up. The same way I have no doubts that fucking Pearl and Angie will be friends again. Like, I'm now just sitting there like, why am I even speaking on this? Because it's TikTok. People are going to be mad, furious, and then, like, everyone's just going to be I know, that's true. Zach is a Scorpio like me. He's an evil bitch like me. Once you're dead to me, you're dead to me. But I would not be surprised if this is where we end up. I would not be surprised if this is where we end up. So, yeah, I just think it's all fucked up. And I just think, look, if you're going to beef with someone on TikTok, just beef with someone on TikTok. Don't bring family members into it. I don't know. Thanks, Beans.
Vibration, yeah,
Misty says, my ex is Scorpio and he keeps trying to come back. Yeah, exactly, Debs. If that happens, I've got the footage for my Black Mirror content. Maybe make a calendar note. Yeah, but I just, I would not be, honestly, I would not be surprised. But it's TikTok. It's TikTok. It works in peculiar ways. But it certainly brought the drama in for Pearl. She got the views in, the numbers in. I don't know. I haven't checked to see what she earned yesterday. Zach certainly was gifted heavily yesterday. There was a lot of sympathy gifts for Zach after it all happened as well. So, like, at the end of the day, despite people's mental health being affected, people crying, people being sad, or being hurt by this, at the end of the day, people are still making money off of it because it's the app and this is how the app works. I don't know, drama pays, doesn't it? Drama pays. So yeah, exactly, Brian Bowler. Drama pays, and yeah, it's a mix up world. and Pearl will keep doing what she will do. And, you know, on the final page of this timeline, you know, it ends with, and this timeline may, oh, I need to change the numbers on here as well. This timeline may get continued because, like I said, the last input on this right now is that Evil Queen has put a shout out to get information on Pearl Price's family. And then one of my mods put a screenshot in my mod chat today from another creator. I'm not going to throw anyone under the bus. There was another creator in another creator's live, and they wrote something in the comments. And I can tell you that there is some information already gathered about Pearl Price's family. And so it's just going to start spilling out. And then, of course, people are going to come for Pearl's family, and then Pearl's going to respond. And so this timeline may actually end up getting longer and longer and longer. Fufi says, if anyone could get information on my son's dad, he owes 33 years of CSA. Big up, Faye. Welcome to the party. Welcome to the party, Faye. Thank you for subscribing, darling. Welcome to the coven. Kimmy says this isn't going to end well, and if anything happens, it will be on her conscience. Who said that? I think I'm going to stick to my cat videos. So, like, yeah, so we might have to come back. We might have to revisit this timeline with updates because I think more's going to come. I just hope. I don't know. Because a lot of these creators will say things like, oh, you know, everything about me is out there or whatever. And, you know, people will dig and they will find stuff. So, I don't know, maybe, like, we could just be nicer to each other. And maybe if somebody wants to pick a fight with you, maybe we all fight at a level... We all fight at a level rather than going too low. Thank you, Faye. Thanks for the positivity. Hey, Watchtower. Because these low moves are going to... The famous phrase, every action has a reaction. But when does the reaction stop? You know? When does the reaction stop? Foofy. I've got some General G videos for you for Friday. Anyway, I'm done with this timeline, guys. Is anyone going to send... We need one more positive vibration, please, so that we can get to at least halfway to the goal. We need one... Anybody, somebody, please can you send one more positive vibration so I can end my day on a fully rounded number. I can't end on a 9. Go on, Faye. Pringle sent one. Thank you. That's all right, Debs. Positive vibration, yeah. Positive. Who's that? Is that Meg? Thanks, Meg. Misty. Thanks, Meg Colette. Welcome to the party. Big up, Misty. Welcome to the party. Thanks for the subscription. I know, I feel the same, CG. I need a little lie down before the school run. Thank you so much, everyone. You wanted to dance, thank you. Oh, Shell's just sent one to Shane. Welcome to the party. Shane's tumblers! Oh, I haven't got your tumbler with me. It's upstairs. Yeah, and that, CG, and that. Agreed. Can someone pin that? Will it pin Mrs. EPC? Oh, I did the wrong dance. I did the welcome to the cover party. Thank you, Mrs. EPC. Right, I'm going to go, you beautiful people. I'm back tomorrow, 5 p.m. Parenting Live. I might come on in a day if there's too much drama. Remi play Mad World. I ain't playing anything. I got to go because I need to upload this as well, and I got some shit to do, and I need to lie down. So I will be back at 5 tomorrow. Schedule is pinned to my profile. Thank you for coming and hanging with us, Faye. I do need a nap. I always need a nap.